Can we go ahead and bring up Big Fella?
Yes.
We've been patiently waiting. Come on.
I think he's been enjoying the show.
I'm sure he has
so
been
far.
enjoying it. We haven't been talking about like politics and Parcheesi up here, you know.
No, we didn't get to half of our topics, but it's okay. It's okay. It's been entertaining.
Come on up here. Let me move my vitamin water for you. There we go.
Yeah, vitamin water, and you didn't offer me any.
Yeah.
That's so rude. You didn't offer me any.
I'm sorry.
That's so rude.
What's happening, boss?
Hi.
Chilling, man.
Are you enjoying the show?
Yes.
Introduce yourself to the world. Let everybody know who you are real quick.
What's good, world? It's B.I.G. fella, a.k.a. Walking Sim Card. Y'all can follow me at Walking Sim Card on Twitter.
Where did this walking SIM card
That was going to be my question.
Walking SIM Card from is me stating my craft. It's like a statement. You know, I don't write my lyrics, you know, so I just go on the booth, you know, listen to the beat numbers of times. And, you know, I do punch-ins. I ain't in the joint like Jay or Wayne or nothing, but, you know, that's how I create my craft. Like, that's how I compose my songs.
Okay.
I memorize my lyrics.
Now, if you could describe your music for the listeners and for the people that are here, how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Versatile, more than anything, because I can give you conscious rap, you know, a trap sound. You know, I'm not no street dude, but I can make that type of music, you know.
Are there any artists out there that you can name that, like the style or that best describes you? Or who are your influences?
Influences, I'm a Biggie fan. I love Biggie the most. UGK, 8-Ball, MJG. You know, I'm more to the south of anything. I love up north music, but I'm more of a south for music.
I'm trying to think of some out-of-the-box questions. I don't want to just ask those regular, basic artist questions that everybody asks.
Well, I have a question. What did you think of our previous guest?
It was good. It was tough.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Only here do we interview
only on Wide Open Radio.
She's not the first porn star we've had on.
I know. I was listening that day.
Yeah. We gets it in. Literally.
Literally. That's what
Literally,
she said.
We gets it in. This is like a switch up. Darren isn't actually my normal co-host.
Okay.
No, I'm on another show, BSLR Live with Ty.
Later
on. So if you want to stick around,
so we're doing
6 to 8.
Doing a little wife swap.
Pretty much, yeah, because Trump's co-host is supposed to be here.
She's supposed to be here.
But she's not.
We had to get the mannequin head to fill in for her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I had the mannequin.
Yeah, that's why she's not the mannequin head. She has a name. Her name is Jocelyn. She'll be out in a second. Okay.
What the? When we end the show.
Right.
Wonderful. Anyway, let's back to Big Fella here. We got a couple of your tracks here. Can you tell us? I think you know what tracks we have there, Trump? I want you to tell me about I want you to give me a little info, little intel.
Which ones I had?
Fucking with my folks. Tell me about fucking with my folks. I'm going for the most crazy joint.
Right. That's the most out the box one that we heard as far as the titles.
Fucking with my folks, man, is me just stating that I'm a chill person. Is my kind of like describes my personality, hanging with my people. You know, when I mean people, I mean family, friends, whoever I hang around at the most time. You know, just enjoying yourself, man, living life. And also, it's like I tell a mini story in it. Is like stating situations throughout the city and what people go through, and like trying to overcome that, move and heading forward.
Okay. So, how long have you been in the entertainment industry, or how long have you been pursuing this?
I've been rapping since 2004, late 2003, but I ain't started taking it serious till like 05, 06, and really like studying my craft till like 09, 10. So I'm just like, I'm still a student in the game. I'm still learning as I go.
And where did B.I.G. fella come from? Is that because you were a Biggie fan or influenced by him, or?
Part of that, and it's an acronym. It stands for Brave Intentions, Gonna Forever Live Life Always.
Wait, I heard the first part, big intentions, like brave intentions. I heard that part.
Some always. I heard.
It says brave intentions, going forever, live life always.
Okay, I like
forever
that.
is split. Forever.
I like that.
Brave intentions, going. What was the rest?
Forever.
Going forever,
live
life always.
Live life always. That's better than YOLO.
This is way better than YOLO. People use YOLO as an excuse to mess up everything.
When you see other mainstream rappers and you see the kind of direction that hip hop is going and it's becoming a little bit more pop and a little more dancey, do you kind of like, this makes me sick, or do you feel like, where can I find my space in this
plethora?
In this element here? Like, how do you feel about that when you see those songs?
I don't knock it, man. Like, for example, Nicki Minaj, everybody kind of down in her that's real hip-hop fans and saying that's not hip-hop because she moved to pop. I feel it. It's pop. You know what I mean? It is pop, but you can't say it's not hip-hop. I like it if it fits you, because you got to think, Flo Rida was a gangster rapper. He switched to pop. Pitbull was a gangster rapper, kind of, in the sort of tone, and they switched to that lane. If it fits you, why not go for it, man?
And pop is short for popular, which means a lot of people are listening to it, and a lot of people buying your stuff and they're coming to your shows. So if somebody want to call me pop, I'm good with that.
I have a question. Do you feel, because I know a lot of people feel like if somebody was like, you know, a hardcore gangster rapper and they started over the years going into some more mainstream stuff, like if you look at Snoop through the years, you know, he came out of that whole gangster rap and then started to go for more general public type stuff. A lot of people say that it's selling out. Do you feel that as an artist that it's selling out, or that it's just adapting to the changes in the industry?
Not at all. I feel, man, it's pretty much branching off and getting to a broader fan base. I mean, you can't just stay in one lane. Like, E40 went platinum just on the West Coast, you know. Right. And then when people actually realized the music he was making, like, he's the first rapper I ever heard that had his own dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he's kind of broadening out, getting a bigger fan base. I mean, why not? You would want your music to get heard if you're good.
Not only that, Snoop is just getting older. I don't know.
That too.
I don't know if you'd really
accept when you got kids and you're 50 and you're still talking about I'm riding down the street.
He's 45 years old talking about gang. You know what I mean? That don't
gin
really.
Gin and juice and women in the club.
It doesn't make as much sense. So for him to be in the song with Katy Perry, to me makes more. To be in the Dog Father makes more sense.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I'm sure you like, well, I'd like to get to that point where I could be the big fella father, big daddy. I don't even know what you would, B.I.G. Pops. I don't know.
At the same time, I think, as far as Snoop is concerned, just because we use him as an example, that he wants to make music that his kids can listen to.
Yeah.
True.
But at the same time, there's other people that are like, look, I'm going to make my music. Okay, the kids know, don't say that word.
They probably think he's cooler because he did a song with Katy Perry than that stuff he did with Dr. Dre. That probably made him cooler at home.
At home, yeah.
Same thing with T.I. did the same thing with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he did. And he was even thinking about it on the show, like, should I do this duet with her? Yeah. I was kind of like, why not? That's exposing yourself to a whole different audience.
Another audience.
Half of those people probably didn't know who
he was for real.
They may have, kind of vaguely knew who he was, but they didn't really know who he was.
For sure.
Like, oh, he sings that. Oh, okay. He's T.I. Yeah. Put a name with the face. and it might have maybe opened up those parents that were out there with their kids, like
don't listen to that
music. He's not so bad if he could do a song with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he get down from getting locked up so many times, so they just
right. It's like, okay, let me not talk about guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you mostly talk about in your music? What's the topic in it a lot?
I'm a storyteller, man. Like, and I can flow. Like, a lot of people want to hear me flow. I use my flow on mixtapes, rap fast. I can rap fast, rap slow. But I basically talk about stuff that happens in the city. Like, I'm not one of them artists that tries to live through my music. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm out here in the club popping bottles, chain jewelry, female. That's not me. I do give you the storytelling, which if I'm in the club and I see that, I might flip it around and say, I might be on the dance floor staring at somebody in VIP.
Right.
Let's see what they doing. Let me try to get this girl. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Ain't nothing really over there. Come party with me. We chilling. We ain't got to do all that to have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
So I think what we should do is take a listen to one of these songs. I want to hear Fucking With My Folks.
I do too, since we've been talking about it. It's been sitting there, I'm like, okay, I kind of want to hear that. Can we get Fucking With My Folks, Trump? Yeah, we're going to hear a little bit of Big Fella. This is, or B.I.G. Fella, which is really Brave Intentions. Going forever. Live life always.
Oh, there it is. Boom, there it is. Fucking With My Folks is Wide Open Radio.
Solely Patrol. Ain't gonna hurt nothing, man.
Pull up, hop out, black truck.
I'm sorry,
I lost focus on our interview.
Okay, we were talking to our guest
We were.
about his music. What's the name of your so you
Yeah,
have
what's the name
an
of like
album
that? You have an album or EP out?
Yeah, I had a drop my EP last year, Simply Perfect, subtitled The Patron Theory. And my mixtape dropped last year as well, hosted by DJ Gus out Buffalo. It's Instrumental Graveyard, The Ghost of Christopher Wallace.
Who does like your production? Do you do your own production or you got producers that you work with?
Yeah, two guys from Southeast called the Tech Keys.
Okay. Keeping it in the city, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And let me ask this, is there like a little bit more hope in the city now that we've seen a couple of guys that have really made it big and mainstream and there isn't that, I guess, stigma about DC rappers anymore? Or maybe it's starting to dissipate a little bit?
Yeah, man, just need more unity. I ain't gonna sit and lie and say it is, but it's just when people start working together, make their words turn to actions, man. Because a lot of people say they'll do this and that, but never follow through.
Okay. You got anything else?
No, you stole my question.
I stole your question
You
about DC. Every time we bring up a DC area person, that question always comes up.
It does. Like I think every time we ask that because we're local and we talk to local artists.
And what we used to always say was,
some people keep asking me if I'm from Baltimore because a lot of my guests are from Baltimore.
why do they ask you if you're from Baltimore?
Because a lot of my guests are from Baltimore. So they just assume that I'm
like
from
Tierra
there.
Nicole.
Tierra Nicole.
Yes.
Yes. And
a few other people.
a few other people.
Okay.
But yeah.
What's wrong with I like the little Be More connection.
I do. They have a lot of talent up there, and I just think this whole the whole area, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, like not just the DMV, Maryland and Virginia, but this as a whole, I think there's a lot of talent here that just hasn't been tapped into, and I'm hoping that with the exposure of Wale, that D.C. will get more credit.
Yeah.
Because
open the door for
a lot more people, and that they would come here, because a lot of the artists that broke out, like in D.C. and from D.C., like Jay Holiday and those other people from different genres, had to step out of the area in order to get noticed.
Yeah.
And I think that it should be more so that they come here looking for the talent.
And like when I went to the showcase where I first heard your music at, it was basically all rappers, so there was a lot of dudes that sounded the same.
Yeah.
And I noticed and I'm sure you noticed that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I noticed you were one of the guys that kind of stuck out. That's why I asked T-Shawn, like, this is one of the people I want to bring in for my show. A lot of cats sounded the exact same.
So with Rob saying that, big fella, do you think that DC has like a unique sound?
Yeah, it's very different. Like a lot of people, like the young artists coming up, contributing to the trap sound. Pretty much the Lex Luger beats, Zaytoven beats, a lot of 808s. But, I mean, it's a lot of other artists, too, that can actually spit conscious lyrics and give you stories, but they get overlooked because that's what people want to hear. Like, they want to hear that type of stuff. I mean, I'm not going to say and call it ignorant or talk down on it or nothing like that, but that's what they want to hear. And that's what's selling.
Yeah, because if that stuff was selling, Common would be, at the top.
Yeah.
We see more Commons in most deaths. We don't even really hear about their music
now,
that much. Everybody always says, "Oh, I love Common" because it sounds like the cool thing to say. Like, I'm not into Soulja Boy, but Soulja Boy is selling more records. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you feel exactly what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
That's why there's more 2 Chainz and cats of that same ilk.
Yeah.
And that's how we get the Amen, the Meek Mill's Amen, which I always kind of thought was a weird song because there's nothing really religious at all about that song.
Right, but I mean, like, I think it stemmed from the saying church when somebody's saying something like people say preach in church so then it's like, oh, amen, like see a girl walking by, it's like
he
amen.
He still kind of puts a little gospel. He puts a little gospel like
I think it's
marketing, rapping. It just feels awkward.
At first, it's
to even repeat the words.
It does.
Song.
But for me, I think
I
like all types of music, and another thing is like I have teenage stepdaughters, so I listen to especially that stuff a lot. So it's like, okay, and I actually I was trying to think of a song, the name of the song, and I was like, what's the song that's out right now? And they just kept playing it. I was like, just play it, and they just kept playing. I was like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Okay, what's it called? Who's it by? Because I don't really pay that much attention to the mainstream rap that much anymore. I actually tend to listen more to the local artists and other underground artists because I think it's more real. I think the music is more genuine.
Anyway.
So how can people find you?
Here we go.
In your music.
You can find me on Reverb Nation at Walking Sim Card, Twitter Walking Sim Card, Walking without the G. You can just Google Walking Sim Card. I'm on YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, hotnewhiphop.com, alldmvhiphop.com. I'm on a lot of blog sites, so you can find my music anywhere. Dat Piff.
All right.
And
Thank
do
you
you
for
have
coming
anything-
through. Appreciate you. I like that fucking with my folks joint.
Yeah, that was hot.
I really
like
want to bump that.
I can
all the way.
actually see myself pumping that in my Impala down 495. I really can.
Appreciate that.
That'd be funny. It'd be funny to see you listen to that. Fucking with my folks. We put you in a lot of weird positions today, didn't we?
I'm not gonna
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I didn't mean
I'm
to.
gonna leave that one alone.